Man, those were the blackest eyes. They were the devil's eyes. You know, when I looked at them, all I could see was something that simply was inhuman. But other than that, meeting Kelly Clarkson was a total blast. She was an absolute doll.
Yeah, Kelly, you should have seen it. There was blood all over the wall.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was like a slaughterhouse there.
I mean, look at what it did. The domino effect, like, was crazy.
I don't know why you're laughing. I mean, did Simon Cowell ever try to kill you?
Yeah.
Oh, he did.
We had no idea.
My bad.
What?
Oh, you know what? I think you guys think I was talking about Michael Myers. Not everything's about Michael, okay? Even if I'm doing a Halloween fan film marathon, I'm not always talking about Michael Myers. Sure, I'm in his hometown right now, and we're gonna spend a little while talking about him. But at this very second, it's not about Michael. But now at this second, it is about Michael. So get yourself some Halloween candy, lock your doors, and don't interact with anybody in costume that isn't verbally replying to you. Because that's Michael, not your friend. Your friend's dead. And tonight, I have been lucky enough to be granted an all-access interview with Mr. Halloween himself, Michael frickin' Myers. So let's kick this into high gear. Why did I just kick a pumpkin?
Our first film is Don't Fear the Reaper by Linville Production. At the start of this film, we're introduced to a poor fellow who died from picking his bug bites. Kids, you should never pick away at your bug bites, or this is what will happen to you. Sad, really. He just wanted to go out and enjoy a nice autumn day, and this is what happened to him. And it's not a Halloween film until Michael Myers shows up. Seeing this body just laying there, doing nothing, being dead, he decides, hey, recycling's pretty cool. He'll use that jumpsuit, and you know, he could also use that mask. And then he heads off to Haddonfield. In the year 2014, schools have become so progressive that they allow 38-year-old men to pose as teenagers and hang out with the kid that hit his growth spurt way too fast. Our two teens start arguing about what films that they should watch on Halloween night.
We should watch is Death Master 4. It has to be part of it. We can't forget that.
They both agree it's the cult classics and no mainstream stuff.
We want the cult classics. We want, like, obscurity, which is why Death Master 4 is perfect. No doubt. I mean, why not
the Death Master?
Yeah, 'cause you don't...
Michael is disgusted that they're Halloween hipsters, so he decides that he won't give them the honor of dying that second. He'll postpone his killing them for a while. This fan film takes an interesting approach. Instead of using a horror movie score, they instead use Michael's asthmatic breathing to heighten tension. Poor Michael Myers, he just left his inhaler inside that house. And now, instead of just asking for it back directly, he's gonna wait and sneak in later and grab it. The tension builds up, and we face the scariest prospect of them all. That these two guys may not have the sufficient amount of popcorn needed to throw a true Halloween bash.
Just wondering if you have any popcorn or snacks. You want me to bring anything, or?
Yes, I bought the
So you have everything?
and the skinny pop twist of lime flavored popcorn.
All right, sweet.
Oh, and that Michael Myers is still outside, stalking them, planning on killing them, and maybe stealing that Hard Rock Cafe t-shirt. Now, for you guys at home keeping track, I want you guys to make a note of every time one of these fan films mentions Halloween 3. These fan films care more about Part 3 than the actual Akkad family seem to. If you at home were hoping that these two would successfully have that Halloween movie watching bro down, well... At least I think he's dead. That was less of a I'm dead scream and more of a ow, that really hurt scream. The middle-aged teenager arrives just in time to see this death happen. Oh, snap! He's got great timing. His ass better call somebody! But he can't call them because his phone is still being charged.
Want to get away? Now you can.
Michael had a reason to break in and kill these two. Not only were they Halloween hipsters, but they didn't even invite Michael over to watch the cult horror movies and have some of their popcorn.
Popcorn, add sweet cream butter to hot popcorn. Mix it up, wrap it up, buttercup.
Sure, they didn't think they had enough of it, but you can always make more, especially for a pal like Mikey. Luckily for the middle-aged teenager, he is able to get a hold of ADT security, where his plea for help is answered by Megan Trainor.
Okay, calm down, sir.
Everything's gonna be okay.
But since it's Halloween night, they think he's just another prankster.
Now who stabbed your friend?
Michael Myers did.
Sir, we've been getting enough prank calls tonight as it is.
ADT decides, well, fine, we'll send someone out to help you. Well, they're not the greatest security company. These kids are totally boned. Worst horror movie marathon ever. This type of marathon would depress Joe Bob Briggs. So Michael Myers is willing to forgive them for not inviting him to the party. He offers a nice neck massage, which is rudely turned down. Middle-aged teenager runs down to the basement, and Michael's like, hey, come back here. Luckily, doesn't smack his head off the low ceiling. But middle-aged teenager, he doesn't want to talk. He just wants to hit potential friends in the head with a bat. He's cocky enough to think you can kill the shape.
Michael shows why you should never give up on the play with a last-second shoestring tackle. And that's going to run out the clock on this game. Michael is going to win. You know what? I got a few minutes to kill before Michael Myers arrives for our interview. Maybe I'll carve a pumpkin. There's got to be tools in this drawer somewhere. I wonder how easy it would be to carve the Superman logo. Can't be that hard. How do I carve you? Yeah, that probably isn't very safe.
Our next film is Eric Veda's Halloween. So would you say that Halloween is also Veda time? But seriously, who's Eric Veda and why does he get to claim Halloween? This is a production by Vision Air, which to me sounds like a Silicon Valley startup company. So we start on Murder's Eve. Two hikers are hiking. If it's anything like that Jason Voorhees fan film I watched, they're donezo. And this guy gets way too excited to run across this old shack.
Do you have any idea what happened here 30 years ago on Halloween night?
Which causes him and his girlfriend to get into a lover's quarrel.
Halloween. Of course. Why am I not the least bit surprised? Sometimes I think the only reason why you're dating me is because I'm from Haddonfield.
Baby, if that were the least bit true, don't you think I would have dated somebody who knows about Haddonfield?
Apparently in Haddonfield, you are required to take Michael Myers history lessons, where I'm going to assume they listen to old Dr. Loomis lectures. So in case you're not familiar with the Michael Myers backstory, which you really should be if you're watching a Halloween fan film, this guy will do his best Robert Stack impression to fill you in on what you need to know.
We're all familiar with the story. On a cold, chilly Halloween night in 1963, a young Michael Myers, who was only 6 years old at the time, brutally stabbed and killed his older sister Judith.
It kind of loses its impact when you don't have a back alley with fog everywhere. Oh, and that music. You gotta have that music.
Why would the residents of Haddonfield be so reluctant to mention the atrocities that happened decades ago?
That theme may be even creepier than the Halloween theme. Our host becomes obsessed with this farm. Apparently this is the farm that Michael Myers stayed at. Was that a thing?
I mean, Michael could have walked right down this path undetected right to the farm.
Yeah, apparently this is Tower Farm from part 5 and 6. So I guess this fan film is working off the 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 timeline. And this place is so spooky, they even leave their Halloween decorations out all year long. And this turns into the spookiest pick that Mike and Frank have ever been on. So our host starts getting creeped out.
If I didn't know he was dead already, I would 100% think.
And you know, he has a good reason to be.
His own niece, Jamie Lloyd, was killed here.
This, not Robert Stack, leaves right before Michael shows up. Michael only wanted to let this guy know that he'd be willing to do his podcast. In this fan film, Michael Myers looks just a little different than usual.
You look sick.
Yeah, kid, he's sick. Sick of murdering teens? Oh yeah! So this kid is nice enough to give our undead killer his mask, which Michael Myers struggles to put on. Way to run off, kid, before Michael even has a chance to thank you. It's a good thing that Michael doesn't have anywhere he has to be immediately, because he has to travel by bus. Eventually, Michael Myers does meet up with our host. Oh, and selfies, stab him! It wouldn't be a Halloween film without a scene of somebody doing laundry. Did you know Halloween films featuring Michael Myers using washing machines or dryers to set traps up have the lowest critical scores of the franchise? Also, the Halloween series is kind of obsessed with laundry and bed sheets. Bed sheets? Who invited that undead killer? Yeah, that's an actual post on Reddit. You know Reddit, that place where totally normal people spend their time? So Michael Myers shows up to stalk our host some more. Either that or prevent him from eating a Tide Pod.
Hey, are my killing clothes out of the wash yet? You might need a specialty detergent to get rid of some of those bloodstains.
My favorite character, the angry girlfriend, is back.
It's been hours, Nick. Where the hell have you been?
And guess what? She's still angry.
You're walking around stirring up the past in a town like this?
But she won't be for very much longer. Did I do that? Well, way to have a reaction, guy. Your girlfriend just died and not a panicked scream or anything?
But what am I supposed to do with this thing?
We cut away to a random rapping Candyman.
Planting good seeds into the mind, and which will then grow into a grand vine bigger than what mankind can't.
Our host runs up to the candy-giving rapper friend and warns him that Michael is back again. And on his way he is. Michael also meets that friend.
But if I can find that grand vine, then I must
Is he going to say something like, hey, I like that rap that you were doing? So much for tell a friend.
Hard pass.
My name is Nick Falco.
Falco. That's the name of our host. He's gonna cut his final vlog.
Tonight is the night that I'm going to die.
It's gonna be a 40-minute ad-filled apology. Because that's what you do on YouTube to get clicks.
I've looked into his eyes. The blackest of eyes, the devil's eyes.
Ah, somebody's listened to Dr. Loomis. Okay, to be fair, I only caught a brief glimpse of his eyes. So this genius decides that instead of driving away and living, he's gonna cut another monologue.
But my death will not be in vain.
He's really desperate for those views, isn't he?
Yes, my actions brought him home, back to Haddonfield, where you've all tried to move on after all these years.
Yeah, thank him, Haddonfield. He only brought back the thing that you didn't ask for or want to be reminded of. So yeah, Michael Myers really didn't enjoy that rap from earlier, and our street poet is dead. And then does everyone a favor and drags Falco out of the car before he could make the 40-minute vlog in hour 31. And Michael doesn't get much competition out of Falco. It turns out to be a slaughtering, like your average Brady versus the Jets game. Good night, sweet prince. May your bitchin' girlfriend greet you when you arrive at the pearly gates. And then bitch at you some more, because you let her die. Hey, wait, did he just give him the finger?
Hey, Michael, calling just to see if you're still showing up for our interview. We've already done about 2 or 3 fan films, so we're getting into the heart of this thing. Is it true that you really killed somebody at Party City? Alright, I don't know if you're getting any of these messages. I'll still be here if you want to still be interviewed.
Well, if you don't believe me, our next film is called Halloween. Michael kills Halloween store workers. I think they're a little redundant with the usage of Halloween in the title. And this is a Big Daddy M production. M for Martin. As in, this is a Martin Scorsese film. Our film starts off in one of the scariest locations on Earth. A closed Party City after hours. Spooky. And Michael Myers is incredibly lucky because they have his mask in stock. His victims tonight are a sassy male.
Hate Halloween. So freaking messy.
and his sedated female co-worker.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Oh, Michael must have tripped over a box of slutty witch costumes. Either that or knocked over a pile of fake gravestones.
Everyone left, right? Check for customers, didn't you?
Huh? What? Speak up, I can't hear anything. Michael? What does he want? SpongeBob SquarePants birthday plates? Wait, she's happy that Michael Myers is gonna kill her? Someone needs to get back on their antidepressants. Wait, did he really think he was gonna take out Michael Myers with a padded baseball bat? Well, she gets her wish. Michael Myers does kill her. And after she's dead, I think he tries to force her to read up on loss prevention. Because Michael Myers knows that when people steal, it just makes consumers have to pay more. And I'm a little bummed that he didn't stab that Cookie Monster balloon. Jose Canseco bat? Tell me you didn't spend money on that.
A Jose Canseco bat? Tell me, you didn't pay money for this.
And proving himself to be very resourceful when it comes to finding things to kill people with, he's able to use a balloon string to kill the sassy boy.
You know what? I think I lost my interest in carving a pumpkin. It just looks way too hard. Plus, when I was younger, my dad yelled at me when I was just trying to help him carve a pumpkin. So I'm still scarred. I'm gonna buy myself a pre-made one and buy that kit where I can make it look like Buzz Lightyear.
Our next film is called Halloween 2. Not the original Halloween 2. Not Rob Zombie's Halloween 2. Not even the new version of Halloween 2 that was made for 2020. So this would be our fourth Halloween 2? This film was made by Deep Dreams, which you would think would be the company that would make a Freddy Krueger fan film. We're back at Smith Grove, where we meet a new Man in Black. Or Loomis. Or Shrink. I don't know, even this guy pauses to wonder, who exactly am I? Oh, so we have Lynn Miranda cosplaying as Dr. Loomis, and he's here to see Michael. Okay, since I don't speak another language, I just assume what he said pissed off Michael Myers. Well, I can't imagine too many worse places to be on Halloween night than in a Haddonfield hospital. But without even knowing what they're saying, you can definitely tell that something's wrong here.
Et maintenant, il est mort.
J'espère. Il s'est quand même relevé après les premiers coups de feu.
Our nurses are all gathered around, gossiping, when really, they should be working. Working as hard as our pissed off security is.
Ça fait 30 ans que je sais que t'es. Et c'est maintenant cette nuit.
This guy's even angry when he eats his donut. See, I don't know what he's saying, but I can feel a connection to it. I won't feel it for long, though. Michael comes in, and this guy's off to the big security office in the sky. So I have a hunch that this guy may have been reported to HR before. Michael kills this nurse after she does something awful, like suggest he get a haircut. Also, creepy boss, he's not gonna live long enough to go to that HR meeting. We cut back to Hot Nurse.
Pour une hernie discale.
Hot Nurse does things like listen to AHA. And you know what nurses like to do after they listen to some AHA? Did you say eat brownies? Did you make this film? We get some more exposition.
Je savais pas exactement pourquoi tu étais là, je suis désolée.
Who is this girl?
C'est rien.
You know, I really should get a translator. Michael wants to inflate his kill numbers for this film, so he goes and kills one of the patients in critical condition. Why bother? The very definition of padding your stats in garbage time. A nurse comes by and discovers the body. Michael discovers that he likes choking her, and she discovers she's actually able to get away. Michael is relentless in his pursuit, and he wants this door opened up right now, young lady. And he's able to eventually get into that stall, where he strangles her to death. I wonder what the person in the other stall is thinking, hearing all this.
Hey partner, come on, you gotta relax. Don't force it. Get a blow out your O-ring. Drop a lung. That's right, buddy. You show that turd who's boss.
The older nurse wonders where did hot nurse go off to? She discovers the body. Well, she's dead. And soon you will be too. Patient Luis Guzman waddles his way into the movie, and he's my new favorite character. Oh, you never go full Fred Sanford.
Oh, wait a minute, don't say it. Oh, this is the biggest one I ever had. You hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you, honey. No! No!
I take it he doesn't want to be killed? That seems like a hard no to me. Come on, Michael, haven't you seen the PSAs? No means no.
If the woman says no, and you don't listen to her, it's rape. Plain and simple, case closed, 10 to 20.
And now Guzman is Goose gone. So this girl, who I assume is really important to the story, even though I don't know why, she stumbles upon our dead nurse. You know, there's a million jokes that you could make about this image, but I won't, because I'm classy like that. Michael arrives, and he wants to get some honest feedback about the quality of his work. The heat is on, and the door's locked too! Oh, it's like a tampon commercial.
Are you wearing a pad? It's kind of bulky.
So from what I'm able to gather, Lin Miranda's character is secretly evil?
C'est pas la peine, inspecteur, je sais tout!
C'est lui qui a libéré Michael.
Quoi?
And now these two are gonna brawl. And it becomes about as competitive as your average Brock Lesnar match. Lin Miranda finds our girl and goes full bonkers in the process of trying to kill her.
Laurie? Laurie? C'est un best-seller au compteur!
Papa Michael peut pas être mon frère!
Good guy Myers shows up in the nick of time and saves our girl from getting killed by Lin Miranda Shrink. So from what I'm gathering, Michael and this girl have a connection? He drops his knife, then drops to his knee, and then what does he do? Propose? And this girl's able to remove his mask. The end. Wait, is Michael her dad?